Good evening. Welcome to Heartwood Turning from the stable studio. I'm back. Hey, covering for Terry. Whatever Terry is. He's not even on holiday, and I'm covering his life. What's going on there? But never mind, guys. I've got my cup of tea. I got a piece of wood that's going on the lathe shortly. But I want to introduce you now to the support crew. Support, yeah. Here they are. We have the wonderful Joe of Joe Senior
Good
fame.
evening.
We have our good friend William Canny
Hi everyone.
from the south of Ireland, or from Ireland, not the south of Ireland, just Ireland.
Just
And
Ireland.
we have Peter of the Twisted Trees, all the way from Bristol.
Evening all.
Good evening, everybody.
Welcome along.
So I've been absent for a while. I've not been very well, but I'm better now. At least I feel I'm better now.
Good on you.
So we're just going to get at it and keep going. Don't intend to be doing a live every week, but we'll see how it develops. So tonight's I'll put you guys back in the background, unless you've anything to say. Anything to say?
Nope.
Yeah,
We'll
get
go
rid of it.
gentle on you tonight just because it's the first one back for a while.
Hold on a minute. I'm not used to that. I usually get used to that stage.
Steady on there, Pete.
Of course, Terry's not here, which is good. He's I think he's at the AWGB general meeting or something. He's discussing what's happening at the seminar in October. We're going to do got a nice piece of spotted beach. Let's have a look at that first. Here we go. Oh, there it is. Nice piece of spotted beach. We can zoom in on it. Now, it looks like a nice piece of spotted beach there. It's a bit of spalting there, but if you turn it up that end, the spalting seems to disappear. So I'm not sure if we'll get much spalting left in this once I get this to round. It's a nice piece of beach, and we're going to do the current hashtag challenge, which is hashtag decorated chalice.
Yeah, decorated chalice.
Now, I haven't turned for ages, so it might take me a while to turn the chalice. So this could end up with two-parter, because I don't want to be here for too long tonight. But what I want to do first is welcome everybody into the chat. Joe's going to let me know who it is, who's in, whilst I get this mounted on the lathe. But welcome everybody. Thanks for coming along and joining in. Off you go, Joe.
Over 45
you
in so
then.
far, Brian.
Sorry?
Good evening and welcome.
45 in
everybody.
so far.
Okay.
So in the chat this evening, it keeps jumping up on me, so we've got people joining. We've got Rob Copperell Wood Turning, Norman Greenwell, Michelle Oosby, Grandma YouTube, keeps jumping, Karsten Pedersen, Mike Evans, Jennifer Crafton Creations,
That's my
Graham
friend
said
Jennifer.
Colin
Hi,
Izzard,
Jennifer.
it's Colin Izzard, Robert Klingsbar, Races UK, Malcolm Douglas, Paul Finley Woodturning at home, Norman Greenwell, Martin Dickinson, Terry Bartlett,
Very square, that piece of wood.
Fred Gilliver, keep on going,
It's in.
keep on going,
Let
Vinnie
then towards the wood,
Charlton,
Brian.
Brent
Hi, Shape.
Beecroft, Barry
It'll
Chitty,
be round in a minute. Once I get
Susie
some dust
Swiss
off my face
Woodturner.
mask.
Hey,
And
Susie.
Susie, I think I've seen she's asking, have we still got Maurice there? We haven't seen him for a while. There we go.
There's the boy. There's Maurice the mouse. He's always here. He never will be leaving.
You were covered in dust earlier.
He was. I had to dust him off. He was a bit mingy. And I'm actually slowing down because I'm having to clean this because it's stinking too.
Okay.
You think I would have been prepared, eh?
You'd have thought. But hey ho. Todd at Glencove Woodworks.
Oh, Todd.
Paul Hoyton, the Gravesby Turner.
Yeah, Paul.
Haley Wood and Burl. Doug Bennett.
Where am I going with that? Put your pocket.
We'll just keep it on going down. Larry Nixon. David J. Heath, the Guildford Carpenter. Albert Dawson. Robert Brotwood.
Oh, and that camera
Right.
moving about a lot.
That camera is horrendous. What's going on there? Go with that one for now.
Raymond Wise. James Crawford. It keeps on going. Simon Mason and the Field Post wood turning. We've got Lucy Soup Potato Bundy Row. Roy's the Boy. Woodwork Learner Andy. Nigel Harvey. Oh, a lot of people have joined us since I've started. Adrian Olson, wood and wood turning. Don't say it's because I'm so slow.
I wasn't saying it, Joe.
I wasn't thinking it.
I might have been thinking it.
Chencrete wood turner Cornwall. Gary P. Who's Gary P? Colin at Turn Links. Andrew Wivey Woodshed. James Pritchard. Andy Best. Wow. EMGI Woodworks. Is that Leo?
Leo, yeah.
That's Leo,
MG.
yeah.
Oh, I've got something right there.
You're doing okay, Joe.
Going down. Paul Ackery. It's a new name to me.
Paul
And me.
Ackery.
Stephen Gordon.
Hi,
I'll get
Stephen.
faster. You know, I'm out of action as well. I've got down to the bottom where we've got. No, I haven't. We've got Katie Cornishmaid, 1982. I was going to
Katie.
say down to Michelle. It's good of you to all join us this evening. If I've missed anybody out, I do apologise.
If she's missing anybody, tough.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome along, guys. 63 people in, Brian.
Excellent. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate everybody turning up.
And in my defence, that's why it took me so long. You see, before you start.
I thought it took you so long because that's what you do, Joe. That's why we hired you.
Whoa. I
Still not right. My goodness.
take
Hold
my
on, more.
time.
She likes to take her time and get it correct.
All right, Paul Ackery only just found these Sunday evening thingies last week. Nice bit
good
of
man, Paul.
inspiration.
Welcome, Paul.
Well, don't expect
Normally-
inspiration here, Paul.
Normally be Terry on Heckington Arts, but as he skyves off, we have to cover for him.
Did you say normally be Terry?
Normally it would, yeah.
Temporary
What
Terry,
it means by that is occasionally you'll find Terry, but mostly you'll find one of us covering for him. I can't get this round at all. It's taking forever.
That is correct.
This could be an egg cup by the time we're finished.
He's
Well,
That's
plenty
a
of
better
Boy,
wood.
shape
here
coming off that
first.
now, that end. How's that overhead camera behaving now?
That's
Yeah,
better.
that's good. That's good.
Oh, we've got Richard the Beard 16 is in. Good evening, Richard.
Hi, Rich.
Hi, Rich.
Stephen Gordon. I've spent the day with Terry. I think he might be a bit merry by now.
Sounds
no-
like
no
that,
doubt.
aye. So basically he's finished, but he couldn't be bothered. His ass coming in to hear one from me.
Exactly.
That's okay.
it, yeah.
You'll remember that, won't you, Brian?
Oh, I will. Right.
And Michelle says, I need one of them egg cups.
I made you an egg cup. I don't know what else you want. I made you an egg cup. Right, now we're going to use a skew.
We've got one here. you
Well,
can
here's
have
a
if you
question
want,
there.
just
He
wait till
said-
the fire.
Sorry, Pete.
on.
Go
We've got an egg cup here you can have if you want it. It's on its way to the fire pit.
on.
Yeah, no thanks.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
And
I say,
Roy's the boy
Roy
is
has a
asking
question
what-
there.
yeah,
Go
what
on, Joe.
size
Go
is
on.
the
go on.
blank? Sorry, William, I do it
You're
to
all
you
right,
every
Joe.
time, don't I? What
It
size
was
is
around
the blank?
4 inches by 4 inches when he started, I think.
Okay.
I'll just measure it now because I can't remember. It was
Obviously,
pretty
it's a bit
close to that. Way.
smaller.
Pretty close.
I suppose it happens.
And it's not long since I turned it. I don't know what size a tannin is anymore.
5.4.
No, 48 mil the size is, but to be able to judge it just by eye, I've lost the
Ugh.
ability.
Yeah, that takes practice.
A decorative chalice,
Right there,
Adrian. I think that's what the hashtag is.
Yep.
Yep.
Steve
is
made
for
me
sure.
do colour.
Yeah,
It's all Steve's fault.
yeah, it's those
And we've
hashtaggers
got-
feet.
And we've got Jappy Mix in.
Well, Steve made me do it, but
evening.
it's still Brian's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
I actually
Jappy.
got a playlist on my channel called Brian's Fault, and it's in there.
When it goes wrong, it's Brian's fault. When it goes right, it's Brian's fault. Right, so that's the 48 mil. I'll just go through just quickly what I've done. I'm going to take this face shield off now because I'll just wear my little goggles now.
Okay. Rob the
Safety in your
Professor
workshop
has
is your
joined us.
responsibility, guys. So you wear whatever you want to wear, but I'm suggesting you wear eye protection as a minimum, toe protection as a minimum, short-sleeved smock of some description. Keep shavings out your neck is always a good plan. And if you're using some noisy machinery in your workshop, use your defenders. Other than that, your responsibility. Don't come crying to me if you hurt yourself. Anyway, mounted on the lathe is a piece of beech, which I think was slightly more than 4 inches, maybe about 4.5, 4 3/4 square. Donated to my channel by my good friend William, who's sitting on the chair there.
Yeah, I was thinking I recognised the writing that was on it earlier.
I think you recognise the writing, right? It's
The
mounted
scribbling.
currently between two steb centres, a steb drive centre in the headstock and a steb live centre in the tailstock, so it can rotate. Now what we're going to do is change that.
We've got
And we'll
Rob
put
the
a
Professor joined
a
us. Good
chuckle.
evening, Rob.
I Rob the Prof.
Adrian's
Grandma
Rob.
asking,
Rooftube.
is a decorative chalice the same as the Holy Grail? Yes, it is.
No. The Holy Grail is supposed to be a really simple turned goblet. It's not a chalice, not so much a chalice at all. Supposed to be, but then nobody knows because
Nobody
ever
knows.
seen it.
'Cause
Nobody's ever
no
seen
one's
it.
ever seen it.
No.
You're dead right.
Whether it actually exists or not, or whether it's a myth lost in the sands of time, I have no idea.
Yeah. Now,
Right,
Grandma
I was
well,
telling
off
them
the
the
Rooftube
day
head.
was terracotta cups that didn't have a stem on them and had a round base. That was what they used to drink out of normally.
Yeah,
Oh, Grandma
you used to-
Rooftube says Terry doesn't come home until tomorrow evening. Then my peace will be shattered. I've got so much done without him around.
I know he's a terrible hindrance. He's a terrible hindrance. I keep
Oh.
telling him that, but he's not listening.
Now I'm going to misread this one a little bit. Woodart learner said, question, do we need ear protection or is that only when Terry's talking?
Usually when Terry's talking, it's better to get
Yeah.
earplugs in, yeah.
Door 60 is in. Good evening, Andy.
Hi,
I'm just
Andy.
going to leave that in there for a minute, just as a
Andrew
little extra
AGK is
support.
in as well. Hey, Andrew.
Hi,
Good
Andrew.
evening.
Now, it may look like I'm screwing this up really, really tight, but it's not. It's just because I'm quite weak. And I have to put a bit of effort into it to get it to turn.
Roger Kent is
You
in.
don't need to over tighten it, or you may damage your
Evening,
tan.
Roger.
Hi,
Doug
Roger.
Miller
Evening,
at What's
Roger.
Fun Rounds
Welcome
in.
along.
Hi,
Hey,
Doug.
Doug.
Hi, Doug. Now, we need to make a decision on what we're going to do here. So, chalice is a cup. Chalice is a cup, but I don't want it too deep. About there somewhere. Nice chalice.
Keep it nice and wide because it's a cup to be shared, so it might as well be full.
Yeah, it needs to be the full size of
A
this
good half
place.
point, you reckon, Pete?
But I really
Well,
want
at
it to be more of a cup shape rather than a goblet shape. You all know what a goblet shape is. That's
Yeah,
kind
it
of
can be any shape you like. I mean,
that's kind of a goblet shape if you like. A
Yeah.
chalice is more of a rounded, but it can be any shape you like. You
rounded
work
or
Do you mean boring?
with.
Simple.
We're keeping a bit of spalting by the looks of it. Just on the rim.
Lucy's asking if I'll be down at Yandles on Saturday. I don't know yet. I've
Right,
got a few
let's put a
family
bit of
issues
shape.
going on, which I might be tied up with.
Let's put a little bit of shape. I'll just lift that tool rest up just a fraction. because I was using my spindle roughing gauge there, and the spindle roughing gauge is actually quite deep from here to here. So the tool rest is slightly lower than normally for a bow gauge or a spindle gauge. I'm going to finish with that, so we're going to use a spindle gauge now. This spindle gauge is from Robert Sorby. It's an Alexia spindle gauge. But the only issue is that's the length of the flute when it comes. That's very little sharpened. And the problem with that is that when you go to put it in your Pro Edge, you can't sharpen it.
Right.
When you put this thing on, you slip your Pro Edge, right, and it's almost all the way into the end of the flute, and it doesn't really grip it.
Yeah,
So-
put it on the round bit. That's what I do.
Yes, me as well. Me and all.
Well, it's when you put it on the it's problem at the minute. It's right in the in between bit.
Yeah, you're stuck.
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
transition.
yeah,
yeah.
And it's stuck.
yeah.
So you can't get it either way. You can't get it on the flute or on the ride. I mean, once it gets a bit shorter, so I just sharpen it by hand now. That's what we're trying to get. So if we do the cut first, we'll work out the stem later. Let's start that spinning. Doesn't look too
Woodart
bad.
is asking if that was 12.99 too. Yes, it was.
Yeah, as Michelle's in the chat. Yep, 12.99. So I'm
I
just
don't
taking a
think
very
Michelle's
fine
there.
cut there, just to make sure it's kind of roundish, and that's where I want to go to. So we can now start to cut our way into that. And I always start by getting in there and then working back a little bit further every time. And as you get towards the end, so watch this cut, as you get towards the end, I'm just rotating my right wrist closed, my right wrist closed even. And now I'm rubbing the bottom wing, you can see that? And that's just taking that shoulder off. Just like that.
That's always a lovely shape in that.
And that kind of helps to get away from this. But we can actually take that away if you want, because it's going to go anyway. But I'm leaving it there just for strength at the minute. So again, we'll just bring that round a bit more.
Now, Lucy and Ruth are moaning about telly. And Lucy said, I think for men of a certain age, they always want things yesterday. Yes, Lucy, because if I wait till tomorrow, I'll forget what it was I wanted.
Well said, Pete.
Well, I don't even read
And-
out
and-
what Michelle said in the chat
The,
here.
the other thing I would like to try and get across to people is, I see a lot of people telling, and I've watched a lot of people telling, and men in particular are really, really bad at jabbing the tool in there. You don't have to jab the tool in at all. You can hold, can I go a bit further over here? You can hold the tool really gently. So I'm hardly holding that tool at all. If you look at my right hand, and if you've got the tool presentation correctly and you're correctly rubbing the bevel, there is no force whatsoever. Now I'm just doing that by hand, just to show you that, but it's normally tucked into my body so that I can just move my feet or move my hips across. We'll just get rid of some of that now because we don't need it.
Andy the Valley Wood Turner is in.
Hi, Andy.
Good evening.
Hey, Andy.
Just take that round a little bit more. Want a more of a rounded bottom, almost sort of calabash kind of round.
All right, and Michelle says it's going to be easy when I sell all the tools. $12.99 per tool.
Easy
I'll
price.
overpay you for them, Michelle. I'll give you 15 quid for each.
You're all right. You're all right, Michelle. I've got somebody organised to come and price everything up before you even think about selling it.
Yeah, I've got my I've got some friends coming to
Tiny little
sort
tool
glint
mark
stuff
just
out
there.
as well.
So we'll give that a tiny little scrape. I'm going to use a shear scrape just using the bottom wing.
A lot of them are brand new and in boxes.
I've heard that. I don't know how true it is, but I've heard that.
Oh, it's definitely true. Yeah.
It definitely is true, yes.
Some
Mind
of
you,
them
I did buy a nice thickness of planer, which was still in the box from Glen.
Do you trip over it?
That's a nice shape now. I quite like that shape. Don't everybody like that shape? Is that okay?
I like
Yeah,
that
well,
shape. That's the
for me
shape I imagined when you said that's what you were going to do.
get
No.
the middle out.
I'm not going. Oh no, I'm not going to do that yet. I want to do a little. I'm going to start decorating it. So I'm just going to put a line in there, and a line in there, and come further down here. I'll put another set of lines there and there. That'll give you an idea what we're going to do.
And Grandma Roof Tube says, I'm reliant on Pete as I have no idea of prices.
Ruth, you know how tight Terry is. They're all worth 50p.
Brian Greenhaven Creations has joined us. Good evening, Brian.
Evening,
Now
Brian.
Actually, it'll be good afternoon, won't it, to you? In
Now we're going to
Canada.
try and take this. We're going to try and take this out. And we're going to try and hollow this out.
Hey, he's got a
Yeah.
question for you, Joe. Have you done turning yourself?
Do you know, I've
Yes.
started learning to turn. And that's as far as I've got.
She has.
Yep.
Now I'm going to try and take this out with a spindle gauge.
Gotta say, I
Okay.
gave Joe a lesson a while back, and she did very well.
Good on you, Joe.
Small spindle gauge.
I can see how it's easy to get the bug.
Change camera, Brian.
I was just going to say change camera.
Till stop.
Yeah, I'm just
There
concentrating
you
on
go.
chat. You can't
That one's
ask
better.
me to do more than one thing in one go.
Is there enough light on that camera?
Yes, okay.
So what I'm trying to achieve now is I want the center of the tool when it's horizontal and sitting on the back end of the tool, so as the cutting edge is right in the center. Now, we're just a little bit far away from the headstock for this, really, but we'll give it a go
That'd be grand.
and see what happens. If we just go gently, we should be okay.
It's a fair wobble on it.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Why is that starting to wobble like that?
It
It's
has developed
massive.
a good wobble.
That's
double
massive.
check.
Oh,
Sure.
that's loose, buddy.
That is loose, yeah.
Bring your tailstock back up and give it a.
Yep. Bring your tailstock back up. We've got a mark in the middle where we can see the middle. That's a mile out now.
No. Martin Dickinson says, Joe, you'll have a good choice of tools when you raid Terry's workshop. I've already got a good range of tools if I raid Glyn's workshop.
Yep.
Yeah, I
There's
haven't made the
nothing he
cannon too long
hasn't
either.
got.
I
Yeah.
can't understand why that's so.
If you can't find the tool in Glyn's workshop, you ain't a turner.
Well, that's not quite true, William, because if you can't find a tool
Yeah,
in
that.
his workshop, because there's something on top of it.
Yep.
It's not a very happy bunny at the moment.
You got your dovetail right.
Yeah.
What's your jaw gap?
Yeah, we're about 4 or 5 mil there, Pete.
That's grand.
Should be fine. I don't understand why that's as badly out as that. Or how it got like that. I just took it. I didn't even touch it. I took the tailstock
No.
away. No.
Have a look at the tenon before you put it back in.
It's not bottoming out or anything, so it's fine.
Looks good.
Hold on, man. They should tighten up. They're all the
No,
same.
that looks okay.
Yeah. That'd be grand.
Yeah, they just don't get it. What are you trying to turn that for? There, it's there. You can mop it.
What has Jennifer been hiding?
Yeah, try that.
Hiding Andy the Valley Wood Turner.
Yeah,
It's still
was
not memory.
unhidden by Andy the Valley Wood Turner. Not
I've
sure
had
what
this
it said.
problem before with this chuck, you know.
Have you?
Yeah,
You have to.
I have indeed.
Todd at Glencoe Woodwork says, offset turning with Brian.
Yeah, it might be offset turning in a minute or two, but it's not supposed to be.
Ruth says, thank goodness Terry isn't here telling Brian what to do.
I'm going to try and do something else just here in a second. I'm going to change that chuck.
Michelle's telling you what to do. Change the chuck.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Good girl, Michelle.
That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm changing the chuck. Not messing about with that. We'll put a record power chuck in. And it's the same size jaws, so it should fit in. Only it's got a dopey key. See what that does for me. I'm maybe going to bandsaw on here just to reduce the length of this a wee bit and make a new tan.
Jennifer said, sorry, mistake.
What?
I will leave now. No, you carry on, Jennifer.
Don't leave,
No,
Jennifer.
you stay put.
There's no need to.
Just hide everybody that gives you any grief whatsoever.
Well, somebody giving Jennifer a hard time.
No,
Not, not that
No,
we're
no.
aware.
she's just doing a Lewis and clicking on buttons.
Oh, good. Have you kicked somebody out? Good.
Andy the Valley Wood Turner's copped it.
Andy probably needs it though. Right, let's go back to this again. Let's try this again. I'll maybe try a different tool. Where is that other spindle gauge? There it is. Let's try this one.
Anthony Green is in. Hi, Anthony.
Good evening.
Good evening, Anthony.
I'm just going to take a shaving off the end of that. See what happens.
Michelle says she's here to advise you, Brian.
Stick with Michelle, you'll be right.
Still got a bit of a wobble on it from what I can see, but
Well, you
Well,
may
I
have
can't
noticed I'm kind of standing out of the line of fire just in case it launches itself off that lathe.
Yeah.
yeah, give it
No,
more
no,
speed.
you'll
It'll
be
straighten up. Be all right.
Susie saying, camera, camera.
Oh, wrong camera. Sorry, Susie. So we're going to leave this a little bit chunky because that's what chalices are, I think.
Lucy says, question. Andy says, did he miss something?
Yeah. Jennifer hid you down the back of the sofa for a while.
It didn't say time out though, I noticed. Who knows? We'll see Andy or not.
And Andy Woodward then says, Brian, why don't you use the steady rest you made? Because steady rests are bloody annoying and they get in the way. You only use them when you absolutely have to.
And that is
Yeah, you would wonder that. I've got one under the lathe here.
why. Isn't that the one that you made?
That's the one I made, yeah.
I made one a year ago as well, and I haven't even used it yet.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
I made two.
I had
and did
one
a
for my
nice,
first lathe. Then I changed lathes and I didn't have it because it didn't fit. It took me 6 years to get around to making one. And that was 6 months before I sold the lathe. So I haven't got one again.
That sounds about sensible, Pete.
Yeah, they are annoying. They get in the way. They're difficult to work with. If you're
Why
doing a
have them?
massive vase or something like that where you need it, that's different. But
So I'm just drilling a pilot hole now. And the trick is just to get the left-hand wing of your gouge at about between 10 and 11 and just let it cut in. You don't have to push hard. Just let it find its way in.
Mark at
I
Turn
think
Again
that should be
Crafts is
there.
in.
Let me just bring that to there.
Hi, Mark.
Good evening, Mark. And Chris
And that'll be fine.
says Connor's made crack on roll because she said that she's cooking. She's
Yeah,
cooking
she's
tea
still
at
here.
the
She's
moment.
cooking.
So, yeah. And James Pritchard is saying, as the chuck has been changed, would it be a good idea to do the piece again?
no, because the cup was already cut. So if you screw it up, then you damage the cup.
There we go.
There are a multitude of ways of hollowing end grain. This is just one of them. And now that I'm getting a little bit further down, and this is only a little 1/4 inch, or sorry, 10mm tool, we'll change to a bigger one, just to get a bit more, or a bit less vibration. We may have to drop the tool rest just a fraction. And I'm just taking little light cuts, not trying to rush it. Just find that when people start to get after the hollowing, they kind of get a bit excited about the whole thing and try and take too much out at once when there's no need.
Just to give fair warning, there is domestic brewing in Cornwall, which could lead to difficulties later on. 8:30 probably blocked already.
Of course, you don't have to use spindle gauge. You could quite happily use a hollowing tool of any description. Carbide tool if you wanted to.
A ring tool.
And if you could use a ring tool, but I'm not about to demonstrate that. You could use this little guy, which is a Simon Hope wood turning tool.
You see how big the shaft is, and then you've got the tiniest little tool on the end of it.
Yeah, but it takes away that vibration.
Helen Jenkins is in the chat. Good evening, Helen.
Hi, Helen.
Hi, Helen.
That's the 8mm cutter, Brian, is it?
It is indeed, sir.
Have you used those handles yet, Helen?
I'll show you now. There's some wobble on that. Right enough, that's bad.
Yeah.
It's a
Don't worry
little
about
8mm cutter which is mounted on, it's like a 3/4 inch bar. It's 3/4 inch by about 10mm. And you hold it on the flat, and the tool is set 45 degrees for you. Or maybe not 40, I think it is 45. And that'll do. It's not a very nice job of cutting that though. Let me just try that one more time. It's a nice, light, gentle cut.
Gary P says, I'd like to see you use a ring tool in there. I fairly frequently would use a ring tool in that
Yeah, you
situation.
could easily, yeah.
Not the inch one, but the 1/2 inch one.
You good. That's a bit better. And then to finish that off, I'm going to use a round nose scraper just to finish that off.
That looks a beast.
This is an 1.5-inch scraper.
That's a big boy.
You know what I forgot to do? Forgot to remove the elbow stabber.
How?
Oh no! Did it
How
get
do
you?
you know? How did I find out that I forgot to remove it?
It stabbed your elbow.
I stabbed my elbow. Yeah.
See, I asked Mike to demonstrate that last week because that was perfectly possible to demonstrate, and he wouldn't do it.
I think I'm going to have to invest in a new chuck because I think that Robert Sorby chuck is not playing the game. There we go. I don't know if you can see in there very well.
No, not quite.
Yeah. That's okay.
Almost there.
Send it to me, Brian. I'll test it for you.
Okay. There you go. So you can see
Run
in
it
there.
alongside mine,
Very
see
well.
if there's any difference.
I'll do that, Pete. I'll stick it in the post to you, mate, because it's just not playing there at all.
No.
So I'm going to use my inertia sander just to sand that up. That's 400. I'm going to start at 120. Bit of 120 grit. Oh, got 2 bits just in case I need it. Can I get that in there? I can indeed. Quickly sand that up. Put the extractor on, you muppet. That's working.
And Lucy said there's 75 people watching. I hope they've all hit the thumbs up.
Thank you very much, guys. 75 people is amazing for a Sunday evening. I really do appreciate you all coming in and watching Terry's live.
Even though he's not here.
Oh dear.
So look, see what that's like. I mean, just have a feel with your fingers. You'll be able to tell much better than looking at it. Now, beach has got sometimes got little flecks in it that makes it look like you've got tearite. And I have got some tearite. So I'm going to do what sensible people should do. If you've got a little bit of tearite, go down a grit.
Go back to 80.
100%. There's absolutely nothing wrong with using 80 grit. If I can find the 80 grit spindle.
That beach would be pretty soft at start of the spalt, so it will tear out a good bit.
It has, and that's just purely because you're hollowing the end grain and you're just pulling the fibres out. It's almost impossible, really.
Ian in the shed.
And my tools might
Ian.
not be 100% sharp either because they haven't been used for a while. I did sharpen them beforehand, but
Not
hey,
very
Ian in
well.
the shed, how are you? Ian in the shed is
Good
the
evening.
And of course, on Brian's safety talk earlier on, he did mention removing all watches and jewellery.
what that? Thanks, Pete. I forgot I had that on. That's my heart monitor watch. So if my heart stops now, I'll not know. But all right,
We'll tell you.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, we might not have noticed.
you might notice. That's okay. You can give me a shout if it does.
Yeah, I was telling you, put your watch back on.
Yeah, put your watch back on. Something wrong there. Just give that a quick blow out there. Tiny little bit more, just right down the very bottom there's a tiny little bit left. So we'll give it another quick run. There, and down into there. And that should be the 80 grit finished. clear out the dust that's in there. Back up to 120 grit. The job of the 120 grit is just to get rid of the marks left by the 80 grit, so it shouldn't take that long. Will do. 120, don't use 180. Let's go straight to 240. It'll be fine.
That's a good little sander, Brian.
It's a cracker. This is the older version of Simon Hope with the bigger handle. I'll show you the original in a minute, or the other one in a minute.
Which do you prefer?
I'm going to say this one currently because this one's broken. There we go. There's the other one.
Right.
There's the. You can see
Wow.
the difference, the
Hell of a
thickness in the
difference.
handle.
Yeah.
My hands are getting a bit. I'm getting a bit old and I'm getting a bit stiff. There's a problem with my thumb that I can't grip the same. So having the bigger handle, it really helps me just be able to grip
It's
it better.
easier.
And with this one, you kind of have to wrap your fingers all the way around it to get a grip. And it's a little bit harder. But this is stuck in here. Can't get it out. Won't come out.
I accidentally bought one of those when it was still in prototype stage.
Hmm.
So mine's the same thick handle, but it's blue, not black.
Yeah,
Um,
that was the original prototype, yeah.
and that was when they were in prototype. It was when I first started turning, and it still works.
Oh, yeah. It's a brilliant bit of
Good bit
kit.
of kit. Good bit of kit.
Simon Hope inertia sander. And what it does, because it rotates, it alleviates the radial marks that you get. If you're doing it by hand and just moving your hand back and forward, you would get radial marks going this way. Whereas with this, it's spinning all the time. So the radial marks are in little small circles and they just can't disappear. There we go. That's that sanded up to 240. That'll be fine.
I have the
Oh,
Sorby one, but it don't spin so good.
No, the Sorby one's on a bush.
Yeah.
So
It has
everyone
a
needs
bra-
oiling.
It's a brass bush.
Yeah.
Brass brush, so it needs to be oiled.
It needs
It
oil.
kind of
Yeah.
needs oiling every time you use it.
Whereas the Simon Hope one is sealed bearings, and there's two of them in it, and it's held in by a magnet. Right, there we go. That's the outside done.
Andy the
Or the
Woodart
inside.
learner is saying make a new handle for the thinner one, Brian.
Make a new handle for the thinner one. Well,
Put the plastic
I
sleeve
don't
off.
think
And
it's actually
you-
the
well,
handle, is it? It's
I
the
could do. It's not the handle. It's wrong. It's
the tip.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's this bit. It's actually in here. I can't get this out. It won't come out. Whereas if I go to this one just pops out. This one won't come out. No matter what I do to it. I've had pliers on it and tried to lever it and everything. It won't come out.
Send it to Simon, he'll sort it.
I think I'll send it back
Yeah.
to Simon and say, "Oi,
Not a bad idea.
well, I'm there." So I don't know why, but I would like to know the answer. Anyway, that's what it is. Well, not
No
stress
biggie.
over it. No, well, I mean, I can still use it because it still works. It still spins. Well, it mean I'd have to change the pad every time, and that defeats the object of having 6 pads. Swift cup of coffee. Right, let's have a look at the outside of this. I think I'm quite happy with the shape of the outside. The shape of the inside follows the outside almost perfectly. So a little bit just there somewhere. But a blind man, the galloping horse, will never notice it.
And Paul Ackery has said that we were always told to use sandpaper like someone else is paying for it. Absolutely
That's true.
true.
That's
That's
true.
true.
My
I
solution to
agree.
that problem is to buy it in bulk.
Yep.
So that by the time you've sort of forgotten what you paid for it, you're still using it.
Exactly. Last time we bought sandpaper, I think we bought 10 meters of each grit.
Yep.
10 meter rolls of each grit, and I'm still using it. And I've got more 80 grit left now than I can share it with you if you want. Turn that extractor off before it burns itself out. Put that away. I'm just trying to keep tidy and put tools away as I go here. Now, chalice, what we're going to do for a neck on a chalice.
Camera.
Switched it overhead there, Brian.
Yep, there you go. So let's do a bit of measuring. We'll do a bit of measuring, just for the fun of it.
I suppose
Let's
it
see.
depends what kind of.
So you want to come down to a fillet,
Shape
and then you
you
want to
want.
go into a stem. The stem doesn't want to be too thin.
So going on the
Quite a
sort
long
of
stem there, so well, you've got space for a long stem. You don't need to make it that full length.
no, I'm not going to
Chalice
make it that
usually
length.
has some sort of a decorative piece in the centre of it as well, doesn't
Usually,
it?
yep, usually. That's it. It's exactly where we're headed. But what I want to do is put something in there just to hold that. Because
I always work on how wide your fingers, and that's the sort of stem length I go for. With the exception of brandy glass shapes, where you make it a shorter stem because you're supposed to cup the brandy glass in your hand.
yeah, to warm the brandy, yeah,
Yeah.
100% correct, mate. Don't like that either. So what I'm going to use is one of these. I think. Can I get that? That would work.
Lucy says she hasn't had to buy any sandpaper since before Harrogate. Yeah, it's because you're willing 50 metres of everything.
Good on you, Lucy.
This should be
Just keep
fine.
you going for a few days, that should.
That should be fine. So I'm just using a little dome piece. Now I know why it's off. There you go, that's bad.
Martin's asking, are you going to leave the off-centre cup as it is? Yeah.
Yes, I am now. I'll just make it a little bit less off centre.
You could. You've got enough thickness there to true up the outside.
To
of it.
throw it up if
Okay.
you need it.
I don't know if I want. I think I'm making that worse.
Well, if it looks okay,
I've got loads of
otherwise,
thickness.
why not?
I will just true it up for you just to keep you all honest.
Just pinch up that chuck a bit there again, Brian.
Well, yeah, no.
You're happy enough? No, that's good.
I can't turn it, so it has to be tight enough.
Yeah.
Paul Acker is saying the best abrasive he's had recently is off the Simon Hope stand. Yeah, that's the Rhino Grip. Got another name as well. Rhino Grip something or another. Vendetta, that's the one.
Endasa.
Yeah.
Is that the paper I got from you, Brian?
Yes.
That's stunning paper.
I don't know if there's any truth to it, but I did hear a rumour that there's other companies flogging Abranet fakes. So you might think you're getting Merc at Abranet and you're not.
Ooh.
What's vibrating here?
I think Kringspor, if you go to either Steve or Mark, you're guaranteed to get the right stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fake abrasive is a bit of a worry, really, because you kind of trust it, don't you?
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
What is that?
All right.
Yeah, just getting a bit of vibration there. I just adjusted my feet there so to get this round the corner. bring that nice shape back in that I had to begin with.
Yeah, and he said you get to fake everything these days. Unfortunately, absolutely true. There's,
Yeah,
Oh,
so true.
yeah.
where
Mad,
somebody's built a
just a-
reputation, somebody will try to cash in on it.
They will indeed. So let's just try and make some sort of base here. Bring that on in. We're using the same principle all the time of trying to cut downhill. So you're cutting on supported grain rather than unsupported. And I think that's narrow enough there. Let me just bring this bit down a little bit.
Oh, Rob says there's loads of fake Klingspor products about. He said they get emails about it almost weekly.
Yeah.
Well,
So I said,
That's
if you buy
shocking.
off of Steve and Mark, we know that they are authorised sellers. For our community, go there, you get the right stuff. Get it off eBay, you never know what you're getting.
I don't trust eBay for stuff like that.
And if it's advertised cheaply, it's for a reason.
it's too good to be true.
Yeah.
It usually is.
Yeah.
Now that's as thin as I want to go there too, so I'm just going to put a little fillet in there. Just to make the transition between the cup and what I'm trying to do here. And what I'm trying to do here is not very obvious yet, but we'll get there.
The cup part looks like it's running nice and true now.
It's a bit better. It needs resanded now, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. Thick stem, you haven't got to worry too much.
So that's a nice little bead in there, and we'll go do the same here. Try and get the same thickness. Take that in there. So we're making almost an OG shape there. Just roll that over now. And about there. And then try and transition that in with a small bead. It should do. Kind of fell off the bevel there, so go back and do it again. Try and stay on the bevel. There. That'll do.
Cut that waist back about 45 degrees, Brian. I'll give you a bit more space to work.
Now this bit here.
Yeah.
I'm alright there. I've got enough room. Alright. I'm just bringing this down so it looks aesthetically pleasing to myself. And then I'm going to round it. I'm going to try and round it. I'm not very good at getting round bits, but we'll give it a try and see how we get on. Take much more out of there. Now, normally what I find is people who are right-handed can go this way and get a decent curve. But going the other way is a whole different ballgame. So I've changed hands to try and get a better curve.
Yeah, if you can't change hands, at least move your feet. Change your body angle.
Change my
Yeah,
body
I
position
find
again
that
just
best
to
as
take
well.
that fillet in there. Yep, foot position is quite important.
Mark S is in. Good evening, Mark.
Hiya, Mark.
Oh yeah.
I haven't taken all that time trying to get that round, or roundish. I want to make a tiny little flat on it. Just like that. And if I get my skew again, I'm just going to highlight that little there and there. That's to highlight the little fillet. And down in there. And then I want a line there. And I probably should have done this later, but I'm doing it now. A line there. And I'm going to quickly sand that cup because I want to put 2 more lines back on that again. Yeah, I'll just quickly sand that.
Extractor.
Extractor go on. That. So I've just went after it with 240 grit. It'll be fine. I didn't change the speed any because Robert Klingsport informed us one time that if we turn the speed down too far, the abrasive is designed to go much faster than we were using it at. So you're not using the abrasive to its optimal speed. I can't remember what he said the optimal speed was, but he's in the chat.
He's in the chat there, so maybe he might
stick it back in and try and
do a few calculations for us.
get us to get it into my thick-head brain anyway.
Mike Dances with Aardvarks has joined us. Good evening.
Hello,
Hey,
Mike.
Mike.
Now, I'm just
Welcome
going to have to
along,
use
buddy.
a little bit of 240 grit by hand. Just on that little bit in the middle there. Just to take the sharp edges off that cut I've just made. How are we doing for time, boys? I haven't heard Pete.
It's
I was literally just
half
about
past
to.
8.
Oh, 8:30. That's okay.
Yeah, I was watching the clock, ready to do this at the right time.
Right, okay.
Stole your thunder, Pete.
Sorry, Pete. Switch the extractor off as
Ryan?
well. Yes, mate. Oh, I've got it now. I know where I am now. That's fine. bang on time as usual. Next. Put my 2 lines back in again. One there. And one there. And just where your fingers would be. About there somewhere. And about there somewhere. I'll do. Put that way over there. Turn the speed down to somewhere around 500 revolutions a minute. And I'm going to use the Robert Sorby texturing tool on this little bit down here. Just to make a knurled effect on it. So a little cutter straight up and down. And all we're going to do is, I'm going to start it in the middle. And just run it back and forward across the middle, out to my little lines. And try not to go over them.
Rob's saying that the inertia sanders, they're spinning the same way as the wood, which they don't necessarily, because you can
you can get them to go
spin
backwards.
them either way. But they're spinning the same way as the wood, then that slows down the effect.
That's nice.
I must admit, I never slow the lathe when I'm using the inertia sander. I run it at full speed. So I'll often be sanding at 1500 to 2000 RPM.
I'm going to put bond lines in these now. So just a bit for Mike, I'll turn the speed up again.
What I don't like to do is to sand with a pad if I can avoid it. The inertial sand is fine because that's moving, so that, I know that's going to stay okay. If I'm doing it with my fingers, I want to feel the heat with my fingers. I don't want it to go too hot without me noticing.
If you're using abrasives and you're not using your fingers, so you use like a foam pad or something behind it, you're liable to overheat the abrasive. So I'll just give that a quick run with the sander again. We've got a little bit of overspill with that bit of formica there in the lines. That's fine. And I'm just wondering, should I do in there too? I think maybe I should. Just to highlight that.
Are you colouring this chalice?
I might.
Okay.
He has to. I was forced to do it. Steve
Well,
said
I don't
had
have to colour it because it says
Steve
decorated
said-
chalice, and this is
Steve
decoration.
said I had to colour it, even though I said I didn't want to.
Yeah, but you know what Steve's like. Steve's bad to you.
Twisted your arm, Pete, I know.
He did.
Don't know if I want to do this now. I had a thought of doing this, but maybe I shouldn't.
Check
Don't
the
they?
speed. Anthony Green's asking, is the speed different for sanding when using a drill? No, not really. What's most important is the amount of pressure. Mike was always fond of saying you need to use exactly the same pressure on every grit, and he's right.
Yep.
You don't need to use a lot of pressure. You've got to let the abrasive work.
No, I think I'll just leave that now.
And Rob's pointing out that if you use orbital sanders, they're running at 10,000 RPM. And so we're
Right,
nowhere near
let's,
that, really.
Let's bring
No,
this.
we'd never get anywhere near that.
Let's sort this base out a little bit. Parting tool. Going to make the base quite thick. Right there somewhere. So I'm making lots of little cuts and relief cuts so the tool doesn't bind and start to burn. And you'll see from that angle that I'm undercutting the bottom. Will do. That's as far as I'm going to get with that for now. It's nice. I need to fix that base now because the base is nearly too wide for the cup. So we'll just take a little cut off the edge of it. Some chalices have a base that is the same width as the cup, and some of them even have bases that are a larger diameter than the cup itself.
Yeah, I was going to say I've seen them wider as well.
I'm just going to put a little cove in there. So just not quite from the very edge, about a 1/16 of an inch or so, or 2 mil, and just make a little cove in there. It just gives it a little bit something extra. Feels good.
That looks good.
So that's a nice little cove, I think. We'll hand sand that as well. And do I want any decoration on the foot? We may actually just having a little think to myself about what to put on the foot.
Another line.
Well, I kind of don't want to get too many lines on it. It's nearly too many on it already. I think I'll maybe just leave it, to be honest. We'll just sand that little cove with it. There we go. One chalice. Oops. That's not so clever.
You jammed your.
I have. How am I getting out of that, he says? I'll show you now.
Change to M camera so we can all laugh.
You can all have a laugh at this. Go there, tailstock. So this
Pete,
piece of
you're
wood is
pro.
now jammed in there. But if we
Stick a screw in it.
put this in, try this. We'll try this first. This may be funny. We'll try that. Because it's an offcut, I can put a chuck on this end. And push that into there, and hopefully it fits in the cup. And it doesn't. You wouldn't believe that. Well, it might. Close the jaws a wee bit. See, can I get to hold on to it? Feeling that, there's a screw going on it away, am I right? Nope, that's not going to work.
You know what you could do now, don't you?
Mhm.
You could get a spindle gouge. You could hollow it out.
Oh, I could do that too, Pete. I'm not about to.
Worth a try, Pete.
I think we'll go to William's suggestion.
And
Check a
Martin
lot.
Dickinson says, question. Brian, you got enough timber to make a matching chalice? What do you say?
Not today, Josephine. I can't even get that out now. Jeez, what is going on there?
Have you pliers?
Yeah, that's just what was going again. That's just what I went for, William.
Yay.
Just because I'm too weak, I couldn't pull that. That's not a screwdriver. Like. that may not work. That may.
Oh dear.
Question for Paul Finley. Are you on tomorrow lunchtime?
Oh, I hope so. Right, one chalice. Not decorated yet. What time is it? 9:15. Well, I think I may leave this and decorate it later. I don't want to be on much more than 9 o'clock.
Maybe
Spotty
till
Beach.
another day.
Will we do a base colour and then?
Yeah, base
Can I
colour.
just ask? You
Yes.
seem to have some like felt tip marks of where you've drawn on, and that will
Down
you
here.
colour
Down
colour
here.
over that?
Oh, this here?
That, yeah.
No, that's a spalting line.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a spalting line. See, there's
Wow.
there as well. They're spalting lines. It does look like it's somebody's drawn that on with a pen.
It
Well,
does,
the
doesn't it?
actual pen bit is here.
I was thinking I must have missed it.
Over there. See, there's writing down here.
Oh. Oh yeah, well, I got that
That's
one.
that's a spalting line.
I didn't know that at all. I was just
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
because,
you were thinking, "Say, is he ever going to take that pen mark off of that?"
well, I must admit I was, yeah, but then this is why
Yeah,
I'm
no.
called spam
You're all right.
people.
You're doing a good job, Joe. These are the kind of questions that people will ask, or people don't ask, and go away thinking, "I wonder was that," when they really should have asked. Right, we'll do a bit of
It is an
I think
unusual looking spalting pattern, though, isn't it?
Well, I
Isn't it?
would never have expected it to be shape of almost the shape of the bead
Yep.
between
Now,
the cup and the base.
Yeah. It does actually, Joe. Yeah, you're dead right.
I think what I
Yeah,
might do
yeah.
is I may use a base coat of Hampshire sheen if we can find them. There they are. It's that long since they've been in this workshop. We can't find the stuff. Hampshire sheen, intrinsic
look.
colours. I'm not as posh as Steve. I haven't got any fancy printed ones yet. Holders for my.
Yet?
So I'll just just say that again. I haven't got any
Paul's
from my
saying
regular
that.
supplier.
Paul's saying he won't be on he won't be on during the day. He's
Oh,
on
he's doing
Monday
night
evening,
times.
He's on Monday
7:45.
evening, yeah.
It suits
That's right.
him better.
That suits him better. Yeah. I did suggest that Paul should take on Monday nights, but he took a while to come round to it. But he's all the road now. I think he's. So I'm going to give this a base coat of Hampshire sheen.
Anthony Green's asking what the wood is. It's spalted beech.
Spalted beech. See, every time I move that, it looks like it's off, but I think it's just because of that spalted bit.
Yes.
It's
Throwing your
Yeah,
eye
it's
on it.
running true as far as I can see.
It's an
Yeah, I
optical
think it is
illusion.
too, yeah.
Now we'll get the airline out. Won't we? We'll get the air gun out and see is it working. Haven't been used for a while either. What colour do you want as a
Plum.
base coat? Oh, I was thinking more of pear
Tell me what
green.
top coat you're going for.
Yeah, I was going
No,
to say greens.
Blue.
I was thinking the greens. You see, so I was thinking maybe a
No,
light
light
coat.
green though. But it's up to you. It's your chalice.
I love the way she
Yeah,
said
but I
that.
don't like green.
I don't like green, but it's your channel. You know?
Hey, at least I knocked it back.
I'm going to use pear green. I'm going to
Hey,
give it a
sticking
base
to
coat
it.
of pear green. Yeah. Oh my.
Hey, people, I tried my best.
You tried your best. Yeah.
I did.
Tried miserably, failed. Pear green.
It's my
Pear green
life
is the
story,
light.
that.
Pear green is the lightest green, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
Forest
parrot
green is the
colour.
dark one.
Mm.
Well, that sprayer's not working
Well,
very well.
wouldn't you go start off
Well,
dark at the bottom
that's-
and go light at the top?
Well, I can do it all light and then fade in the rest later if I want.
Okay.
I want to colour the whole thing.
Yeah, you know what you're doing. I
Well, no,
I don't.
no, Joe. You've confused me with somebody else there. I know what I'm doing. You definitely confused me with somebody
Gary
else.
P said, without sounding daft, what causes the spalting and why doesn't it go all the way through?
Right.
Ah,
Spalting is a
Question.
fungus. Not right, William?
Nearly.
Fungus and bacteria.
Fungus and bacteria, which starts to eat the wood. Basically, that's the start of the rotting process in your timber. And
It's effectively the root system of the mushrooms that you see growing on the outside of trees, or the fungus
yeah,
you see growing on the outside of trees. That's
so
the root system that gets the cellulose in the wood to break down.
so the way I think this works is it starts to find a weak spot and travels down the weak spot, and that's how you get the fancy lines
so
in it.
natural.
That's what I think.
See, I like the more romantic version.
I'm gonna
Is that you see
I'm waiting for this.
spalting? It's the boundary, and the fungus grows this boundary, and you'll very seldom see spalting lines cross each other. So it's like a battleground inside the timber. Who's getting what food?
Who's eating what? It's mine, you brute. Get out of it. Oh, that's
got,
quite nice colour. I like that colour, eh?
Bill Krulek in the chat,
Bill
and he's
Pulek.
suggesting green with metallic copper highlights.
Oh,
Well, that sounds interesting.
well, this is a kind of yellowy green, if you like, pear.
Yeah, it's like it's not conference pear, is it?
Not
They're a bit greener.
Yeah, conference pears are a darker green. This is more of a, I don't know what kind of pear this would be.
Have you got the
It's
whole
the one
range
that's
of
just
in
about
bits?
as ripe as it can get before it goes black.
Yeah,
That's it, Pete. Yeah.
actually, you could be right there.
I'll just put a little bit extra in the middle to darken it down a wee bit. Make sure I haven't missed any bits.
Andy the Woodwork Learner suggesting gold leaf on the inside.
Oh no, not gold leaf. No. I was just thinking, I'm standing here thinking, what am I going to do with the inside? And my initial thought was mask off the outside and make it red.
Yeah, Susie's just typing right now. Gold leaf.
She is not. Oh, so she is. Susie,
Oh,
go away, Susie.
and we've one plum.
Roy's in, is he?
No, Doug.
Whose dog was it?
I like plum.
Plum on the inside.
Yeah, you quite often do things with red. I know it's your favourite colour.
I know.
Yeah, look at them there shoes.
I know, the Bobby Dazzlers out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
My red safety shoes. Now, how is it when you go to look for a colour and you're thinking, oh, there it is, that you can't find it? And it's always the last one you find. How is that?
Well, because if you've already found it, why would you look for any more? Bound to be the last one you find.
Pete, you're far too sensible, God. I mean,
The Yorkshire Gate is in. Howdy, Glenn.
Evening, Glenn.
Evening, Glenn.
He says, "Ooh, look, a chalice."
And he
another-
now suggests
what he meant
red
is another
leaf on
chalice.
the inside then.
What?
Well, he did say gold leaf on the inside. He's now changed his mind to red leaf on the inside then.
Well, what you might actually get, if you're lucky, you might get a gold leaf rim. But it won't be
See, I
tonight.
like that. What you doing is what I'm saying. I like that.
You like the plum. But
Mm.
then that's you. You like purple, you see. That's your thing.
I do, but
We know.
I think it goes well with the pear.
There's a tiny little bit of overspray onto that edge, but that'll not matter.
Won't
Because
regret take that off.
I'm having a notion of gold leaf in that.
Lovely. Look at that.
That is
Oh,
nice and dark now.
There
It's
is.
nice, isn't it? I think it's really nice.
There we go. I think that should do. Tiny little bit there.
Come back towards you a little bit. That's it.
Yeah, there, just on that edge. keep going, keep going.
You keep going, yeah.
I think it's drying as you're turning it.
Go, you're nearly there. I think you've done it now.
That's all you're getting now. Stop it.
We weren't winding you up. It was true.
I know. Why am I surprised by that? I'm not really. Oh, I keep forgetting to put the little rubber caps back on the top of them bottles.
Mm.
I spent a fortune, boys. I bought these little rubber tops. You can't see it there now.
Where did you get them
So,
from?
I bought them on Amazon. These little rubber toppy guys.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the sort
Stop.
of thing I drop on the floor and can't ever find again.
Yeah. Well, that's why I bought a pack of 50, Pete.
Ah,
50.
Because I looked at them, I thought, well, I'm never going to keep them.
One
They'll
for
end up
everybody in the
shaving
audience.
somewhere.
Glyn said, "Here, Brian, you missed a bit."
Okay, Glenn.
Here, Glenn, sort off.
Too late. Job's done. Right. That's the base coat.
Looks good.
Yeah, I think it does. I think the pair of them,
Fair enough.
opposites.
No pun intended.
That's the other one.
yeah, no. The overspray. Do, 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 do.
Lucy said, I can't imagine Brian ever losing anything.
Oh
Lucy,
my goodness, Lucy.
you don't know Brian like we do. Half the time we can't find his lathes.
You see, here's the problem, guys. I put things down and I forget where I put them. So if I don't put them in the same place every time, they get lost,
Which frequently happens.
which I'm trying to avoid by putting things in the same place every time. That's why you see me disappearing now and again. I go away. I go over there to put the tools away, and I go over there to put, over there to put the paints away. And I just try and keep things in the same place all the time. People laughed at me in the beginning when I had labels on the doors and everything.
We still do.
We still do.
But, well, not so much. No, they kind of all off. I kind of know where things go now, but
Yeah, but we still laugh.
You should do. You're there 4 years.
well, this is true. Yeah.
Now, Adrian's saying,
And I made
so
it.
Brian, where are the
Yeah.
sapphires and rubies?
Oh,
Oh, they're coming.
wait,
A chalice surely needs those.
wait,
He's got them there. Guarantee it.
wait.
Yeah, he hasn't got a label on the door though, so he's
No,
gonna have to
I'm
rummage.
now hunting in a drawer for a box to find the right box. That's pen kits. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Is it? No, that's pen kits as well. That's William. That's
I
William
think we're in
Kenny's.
spotted your microwave. He said, nice microwave. Are you doing takeaway now as well? That microwave is going to be used for distorting wood.
For drying and distorting wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's turning into Richard Rattle.
Here we go. See, he's all laughing at me. It's funny, but there you go. Let's go there.
Would we laugh at you?
Let's
Brian?
open this. Let's
Of
open this
course we wish
box.
you.
Oh,
Sapphire. Would you like sapphires on it?
is that a sapphire?
Or
I think it might be a
Sapphire.
plastic.
That's my
sapphire, but
birthstone. It's a bit darker sapphire.
see,
Oh.
we can have sapphires on it if you want, but it won't be tonight because they're all individual shapes. So I have to carve it out and set it in. So that's a job for later.
Oh. Posh.
All the way from Lidl, Parkside. Great little box.
Adrian says perfect.
So there you go. So that's going to happen. I think what I'll do is I'll maybe try and do a pop-up live on. What days are free these days?
well, lunchtime's every day, I think.
There's nobody on lunchtimes anymore, is there?
No, I don't think so.
Right.
Um,
I've got the dentist tomorrow. I said it out loud.
Oh, no.
Oh no. So
evenings.
that's tomorrow. So that's out. So maybe what about when is Wayne
September.
not on a Wednesday now at lunchtime, guys?
No, he's
No, he
on
ain't been at
Wednesday
lunchtime for
evening, but
ages.
he'd had difficulty getting on recently.
All right.
So all lunchtimes are free. Tuesday is Doug.
Tuesday night's Doug. Monday
But you-
night's
you-
Paul.
You get in
Thursday.
ahead of Doug. Doug doesn't start till 8.
Oh, aye. Thursday night is Mark. Is he
Thursday night is
on
Mark,
Thursday?
but he's not that regular at the moment.
Right.
Um,
And Friday is Steve. So
And
anytime. I might try and
Mark-
pop in on Wednesday.
Mark is
lunchtime.
actually on Wednesday lunchtime this week with Wayne,
Oh, is he? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll forget that.
and
Can't do
Ruby is
Wednesday.
on Wednesday evening with Record Power.
Oh, all right. That's good.
You might go Thursday then.
Doug is saying Thursday only.
So Thursday's the only free day then. Right, I'll be back on Thursday then. What we'll do is we'll come back on Thursday and we'll finish this off and we'll do some
Excellent.
rubies. He wants rubies. You'll get glass beads is what you'll get.
Glass beads.
Take these off now. I'm finished on I'm not doing any more. Hope you've all enjoyed that. Hope we've had a bit of a laugh at my expense. And
Got to do it.
that's my first one back, so I just thought we'd have a little simple task. I may do a little bit of gold leafing on this beforehand because gold leafing takes far too long, and
It
you can't
does.
do it on a live. But we'll do a little live on Thursday evening, just to show you the finished, the finishing of it, and any
No,
real.
I would dispute that,
technical bit.
Brian. I would say that when Terry's on, you can do gold leafing on a live.
Oh, that's true. But Terry can go for 4 hours, can't he?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
3
doing that.
definitely.
I mean, I'm only getting back to being fit. I'm off Thursday. What time, please? It'll be an 8. I can do the evening. We'll do Thursday evening if nobody else is on. At 7:30. Same again.
7:30.
Same time.
Yeah. This evening, I
Same
think.
Thursday evening, 7:30. Same channel, same place. Probably the same earworms too. We might have
Yeah.
Terry.
Don't
If I-
don't
if I
offer
have
to
Oh
do
anything-
my
Sunday.
goodness.
Don't offer to do Sunday because Terry will snap it up.
I'm not doing Thursday. I'm not doing Sunday again. That's it. I'm
Sunday,
never
yeah.
doing. I'm never doing another Sunday. That's it. We're done.
You heard it here
Well,
first.
thank you very much, guys, for coming in and watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me bring my earworms back in here. I don't want to keep these all night, easy, because that's Terry's job.
Brian,
Oh, there we go. 9 o'clock. Perfect.
9
Timing
bells.
is grand. I'm going to go in and have a nice drink myself, just to make myself unconscious for going to bed. But I'm feeling good, guys. Thank you very much for all you guys who messaged me to say how you doing, and we hope you're getting better. I am better. I've got this thing stuck in my chest now that monitors my heart rate. So if it goes too fast or too slow,
his watch tells him if he's wearing it.
it doesn't go to what it goes to my phone, and the phone actually messages the hospital.
Cool.
Just like that. It's amazing back here. It's titanium thing. It's stuck in my chest. It's about yay long. About the size of a small memory stick. You remember the memory stick thing you
Yeah.
used to stick in your
Yeah.
computer? It's about the size of
Get
one
your
of them.
watch back on then.
I can put my watch back on now. It's all covered in dust. Silicon doesn't like dust.
Make sure you're still taking.
Make sure I'm still taking. I think I am. I think I am, boys and girls. So, Henrik, any questions before we go? Gary P said, "Thank you, enjoyed the night." Thank you, Gary, for coming along, mate. It's really.
Yeah. People are saying it's lovely to see you back, Brian.
Martin Dickens says,
Had
"Good
a
evening,
Andy
good
Brian.
Woodrock
Well done.
Lerner
Catch up
had a
with you
question
Thursday."
there.
Thank you.
He
Who
says,
had the
Brian,
question?
did you enjoy the evening? Andy Woodrock Lerner says.
I didn't do it, Andy. I hope you did. Or as Terry would say, who cares if you did?
We don't mean that though.
But I don't mean that at all. No, I don't mean that.
Anthony Green says, William, when are you on next? I ain't.
I did. I actually kind of got into a place where I was contemplating not coming back at all.
Ah, no.
But I'm back now. And I've
He's
got
back.
the bug
With a
again.
vengeance, hopefully. With a
I've got
vengeance.
the bug again, so
Yeah.
and there'll be videos and everything coming now. God help you.
Good.
Watch this space.
Watch this space. Right, guys, we're done. Say good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Good night,
Take care,
everybody.
everyone. Thanks for coming in.
I'm pressing
Catch
the
us all
button
maybe Thursday.
right now.